Are you asking me whether I think HR and payroll are funky?
Yeah. What am I talking about? It's really ridiculous. I think it started, by the way.
Have you started?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Kate and Assad Do Business, episode 12.
Hello everybody.
I'm really looking forward to this one. It's being funky in a boring industry. So, I'm going to put it out there that our industry, currently we're in the kind of HR tech, HR payroll space. I don't think it's the most exciting industry in the world. I don't think the sector suits my personality in terms of who I am. Does that mean we can't work in it? Absolutely not. But I think
So far, not so good, Assad.
no. But listen, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. The sector doesn't excite me. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy working in it. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy growing a business in it.
You're saying payroll isn't exactly whizzy in general.
No, it isn't. It isn't. I don't think you can argue. You can't disagree with that, can you?
Well, you can, but many wouldn't.
It does what it says, or well, it should do what it says on the tin. Yeah, it pays people. What else does it do?
Oh, don't even go there.
But yeah, I don't think it is. I think there's other sectors.
Payroll is not just about pressing a button, you know.
No, apparently not. I read that article. So
do you want to be lynched when you leave this
no,
room?
we probably will be lynched. And you know what? I've said it now. I can't go back on it. But it's what I feel. How do you feel about it?
I think I know where you want to go with this vlog. Are you asking me whether I think HR and payroll are funky?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I stitched myself up there. No, I don't.
You don't, okay?
But it depends what you mean. It depends what you mean by funky and what you set out to be in life. Are there funky people in HR and payroll? Does it matter if you're funky? No. Yes. No.
See?
Yes to the first one. No to the second one.
That part I agree with you in. I agree with you in that. Although
I think where you want to take this vlog, I would guess, and you better argue with me if I'm not right, is that it doesn't matter what style you bring to what type of industry. Because we have found a way of being, relatively fun, relatively relaxed, relatively informal, doing this kind of stuff. And yet we are in a traditional, can I use that word?
Absolutely.
Traditional industry.
Yep.
Which tends not to attract the whizziest, flashiest of stuff.
That's exactly where I wanted to take the vlog. Look at that. Look at that. That's exactly what I was going to say. You can read things incorrectly sometimes. And for anybody wanting to enter this sector, I think it's I think there's longevity in it. I think there's excitement in it. I think there's fun in it. I think the way tech is going now is already clearly having an impact on HR tech as well. And although I said at the start, the statement I made was reasonably intentional to say that it's pretty boring, I don't think it matters. Don't think it matters. So how do you feel, Kate, about we do some work with a law firm, yeah, and that law firm, wear suits and ties and three-piece suits every day to work.
Ooh,
we
that's
pitch
a good
up.
question.
We pitch up in jumpers, jeans, t-shirts.
What do we, don't we?
Do we? Don't we? Should we? I know what I think on this. Should we respect their culture
We might argue
and their kind of environment?
Yes.
Or do we do a?
Yes, we should.
Do we do a? Zuckerberg, and wherever we go, we turn up in t-shirts and jeans. We don't care about anybody else because we turn up in t-shirts and jeans. That's us. And there are a lot of people who do that outside. Obviously, Mark Zuckerberg is an extreme example. When you are essentially the owner of Facebook, you can do pretty much what you want. But on a much smaller level, much smaller scale, there are businesses out there who will say, "This is us." You know, and obviously this is one example of how you dress, but relevant to consultancy.
Personally, I don't think that's right, and I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't be jumping your own. Okay.
I think you use a very important word there, which is respect.
Yep.
And I think there's another side to that too, which I'll come on to. But if we just take that, you know the phrase, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Yep. You're on holiday, I think you should make an effort.
Yep.
You shouldn't impose yourself in that way. And I think it is a point of respect in business that you do need to adapt yourself, and you should. So let's say you're in a certain industry and 90% of personalities or organisational styles is of a certain kind, and you're the other way. Do you need to bend towards the majority or the environment that you're in? Yes, to a degree, because of the thing about respect. But secondly, because I think then you have a better chance of there not being barriers between you in that room.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe it's about the language you use, maybe it's about the things maybe it's about the small talk, maybe it's about the dress.
First impressions, or well, not even just first impressions in general.
But it's building a relationship.
Building rapport.
Pretty basic.
Yeah.
So for those reasons I do. That said, we are saying we are in a traditional space, sort of meets cutting edge, because we're trying to talk about progressive tech and the rest of things. But we have our own clear style, and we're quite confident on that. Yeah. I think something that I would use to guide me in that respect is that in business life, I know I, for one, have certain red lines over which, if you like, morally, I won't cross. And our style is not one of them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Our style is not a red line issue. I don't compromise myself or ourselves if I wear my jeans, or if I wear a suit, or if I...
And I will argue with anybody all day long, all week long, who can sit here and construct an argument to say to me that I would work better if I was wearing a shirt and tie, or if you're sat there in a t-shirt, it's July, and you know there've been times in this office where people have come in with shorts.
Yeah, and in general,
because it makes them more comfortable, more relaxed, does not have any impact on someone's ability to work. Or it certainly shouldn't. It just be what? Because you're in shirts, because you're in shorts at 10 a.m. in the morning, you're going to think you're sat on the beach. What a load of old school nonsense.
Yeah, well,
rubbish.
When you're whittering on about ties and suits and stuff, and actually not many people are that bothered about, you know, perhaps that's not...
A lot of people
but
still
take
do.
social media.
It's an
take
example,
social
isn't
media,
it?
though.
Yeah.
Think about that. I've been pretty averse to that, haven't I?
I think you're. I don't think you're averse to it. I think you're going down a particular route with your social media. Your social media.
I'm not averse to it. It's not my natural
being. Yeah. I understand that. Social media is a different case.
But you said it's another funky, or don't you?
I think everybody's social medias nowadays. Everybody involved in some form of social media.
You say that, but that's to me that's interesting, because you said that as if that's a given. Do we have to? What happens if I want to be traditional and I don't want to do Facebook, I don't want to do Pinterest or whatever? Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
No, you don't have
to.
to.
But you will be missing out. From a business point of view, you'll be missing out. From a personal point of view, probably not so much. From a business point of view, you'd absolutely be missing out.
Okay, so when you turn up at a business meeting, and they want suits and agendas and outcomes and structure, I say you're missing a trick if you don't go with it.
I agree with that. However, if I was to turn up in I'm trying to make it half realistic, so I would never turn up in a t-shirt. If I was to turn up in jeans and a casual shirt or trainers, for that company, those people in that meeting, to make an impression of me because of the way I'm dressed, absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. If it's something that I say in the meeting, if it's what we discuss and they don't like what I say, that's a totally different thing, and our proposal and etc., that's fine. But because I'm wearing a t-shirt, because I'm wearing trainers, how does that impact my ability to deliver for that particular customer?
Is funky one of your red lines?
I think there's a line. You've got to play it sensibly, but personally, if it was just up to me, if we didn't have this baggage of have to impress people, have to impress a customer, you've got to act in a particular way, jeans, t-shirt, trainers, all day long. And like I said earlier, I'd argue with somebody telling me that that's going to impact my ability to work with them, for them, deliver for them. Because it wouldn't at all. I'm going to use Mark Zuckerberg as my example.
I think you should use your trainers as an example.
Nikes. Good, so let us know what you think, ladies and gents. Your industry.
Tell him how funky he is.
Yeah, let me know who's the funkiest. Me or Kate. I know I'll clearly lose that. But what do you think about the industry examples we gave? Tell us about your sector. Do you have to dress a certain way? Do you care? Do you not care? Let us know, and we will be back next week.
See you
Thank
then.
you all. Bye bye.